done how many sessions? Three of them. Okay, great. So we would continue this particular journey. And so today, as discussed yesterday, we would discuss few other points, but I believe as the posters and other thing also suggested, we will talk about the phrases, the common phrases which we can use. And so these common phrases can be a very handy one, right? It's like something just like maybe batter, right? If you want to make idli and dosa, you don't have to grind everything in one day, eat everything in one day on the same day, right? You keep certain thing in fridge, so you take it and use it. So similarly, this handy stuff. So once you know these handy phrases, you know them, and you don't have to mug them up, right? Once you know, then you would be able to use them as well, right? So this is what it is. So I brought in maybe 4 or 5 scenarios, and so this is where it will give an opportunity for me to engage as well. So this can be interactive as well, and so this is what it is. So, but there would be so many situations where you would need different kind of phrases, right? But the objective here is like maybe the basic greeting, or maybe goodbyes, or maybe somebody who have helped you, you want to thank them. These kind of phrases, right? So I've bundled up these kind of phrases which we will do today. So before I get into the slideshow mode, so I believe we have both Shakti and Manju both with us today, isn't it? Okay, great. So Manju, you're also there? She's not. Oh, Shakti, is she there? Okay, she's not responding, because today if she was there, we could have I could have involved her as well in interaction. Okay, so okay, fine. So let's see. Maybe you can text her so she can respond. And before I show the slide, what I thought is like today we would interact. Unfortunately, maybe she's busy. Okay, so Shakti, starting with you, the first thing is like common phrases to ask. If you ask someone, if you have to ask someone, how is someone? So how would you ask? Maybe if you want to say a few things is also fine. Okay, how are you? Okay, okay, fine, fantastic. Then, sorry, how is going today? Fantastic, very good, very good. What else? Okay, what are you doing now? Okay, fantastic. So you got these there, and so this was very good. So if you want to say, uh, right, so if someone is asking, so how do you respond? If someone has asked you these things to you, so how do you respond? Few things. Okay, I'm fine is very simple. Okay, fantastic. How about you? Okay, and okay, fabulous, great. So I'll ask another two as well. So how can you thank someone? If someone has helped you, so you want to thank them, right? If you don't want to thank them, that's a different thing. But if you really want to thank them, how do you say, uh, how would you, what phrase you will use? Thanks for your help. What else? That's it. Okay, fine. And so if someone is thanking you, right? Maybe you have done some sort of favor or help, and so if they are thanking you, how would you respond? It's okay, no worries, no problem. Okay, and yeah, both these things are there. Okay, fantastic, great. So let's move on. So I thought. So this is what the engagement part was, but anyway, so maybe I'll come for the next slide as well. So we will make it a little bit engaging. So here it is. So the first thing here is like, so this is what the first thing is like, right? So common phrases. So this is what it is, ready to use. We talked about this, isn't it? So what did we talk about? We talked about learn several handy, ready to use phrases, right? So you can learn, you understand, and keep it handy, right? So if someone is thanking you, you're not stuck what to say. If you want to just wish them, you're not stuck, right? So that is what it is. And then if you want to thank somebody and stuff like that, right? So these are handy phrases. So these handy phrases becomes even handy if you are doing it confidently, right? If you're not, see, whatever you wear, no, you need to confidently wear it so that you can carry that along. This is a common saying they say. So similarly, whatever you say, right, you can build that confidence. You can say it confidently, so it gives a kind of an aura, or it gives a kind of an creates a kind of an I would not say impression, but it will create a good vibe that you have this command over this particular language, and you have a decent vocabulary or the phrases as well which you are able to use it, so that will look good, right? You're not going too deep into the conversation. So this is what it is. Learn several handy ready to use phrases. So we use few of them. As I said, we can't pack everything. So the first one is like common phrases to ask how someone is, right? How someone is. If I'm asking Shakti, right? So how can I ask you? So how are you doing? Right? So that is one. Or you can say how are you as well. So you want to remove the doing as well, it's fine. But how are you doing? Right? How are you doing? How is it going? Right? So hey, how it's going? Right? How are things? So maybe if you've called someone from another center, or maybe another process, how are things? Right? How's life as well? Right? Very, very common thing which is used. How's life? So what's up? So what's up is something like not very professional, I would say. Maybe if you know someone who's your colleague of the same grade, so you just mean, hey, what's up? What's going on? That's fine. But if you meet some senior, so I don't think so. What's up would be an ideal thing to use. Okay. What have you been up to lately? Right? What have you been up to lately? Right? So this is something maybe when you met last time, that person was doing something else. So what I been up to lately? So now this is where you are asking, right? If someone asked you, right? So someone is saying, how are you doing? Right? I'm fine, thanks. How about you? Right? I'm fine, thanks. Right? Or maybe I'm fine, thanks for asking. How are you doing? Right? So that way as well you can say, or you can say pretty good if you want to keep it simple. Pretty good. Same as always, right? Not so great. So it could be this kind of response as well. Not so great. Why? Why? What happened? So you know, I've been not feeling well of late, or maybe I fell sick, right? Or maybe something happened and stuff like that. So not so great as well, right? So you can sympathize, right? So this is where you create that kind of a connect, and could be better, right? Maybe something probably is not doing going good, so you can say could be better. Or you can say can't complain. Somebody is really happy with life, or maybe the next one, life is good, right? Can't complain, all good, right? So this is what it is. Life is good. Okay, so common phrases to say thank you, right? So when you say thank you, so the first thing is like I would say the first one looks pretty good. Thank you very much, right? Thank you very much, or thank you is also fine. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it, right? So maybe somebody said I help you. I really appreciate it, right? So I'm really grateful. So grateful is a word, no? It's a good word, right? And grateful. So you're grateful to someone who has helped you. It's so kind of you, right? Somebody is going out of the way to help you. It's so kind of you. I owe you one, meaning you have helped that person. That person wants to help you back. So I owe you one. So that could be another handy one as well. Or thanks a ton as well. Thanks a ton, right? Thank you very much. Thanks a ton. So these are the things which can be said. Okay. So the next one is like common phrases to respond to thank you. If somebody is thanking you, maybe you have done that favor, and and somebody is thanking you, so how would you respond? You're welcome, which we all use. You're welcome, you're most welcome. My pleasure, right? My pleasure, right? So very popular, these two, right? Glad I could help, right? You know what, glad I could help, because if I was also not there, then what, maybe you would have been in kind of in situation. So glad I could help anytime. This is also very, very popular. Anytime, right? No problem, no worries is what Shakti you mentioned, and don't mention it, right? So don't mention is also people use, but there are a lot of other options which you have on the top which you can use it. Okay, so we have another 5 minutes, so we will complete the other one as well. I got few more scenarios, so I'll ask Shakti before I show this to him, or maybe ask him. And so, Shakti, a few things. So I'll ask you now. Yeah, it's so I'll go to the next one. So the next one is like, okay, I'll ask you. There are many. I'll ask you. And so when you ask for information, if you are there somewhere, if you want to ask some information from someone, maybe seeking help or ask information, how would you ask? See, suppose you are at the Kapu Center, right? So you have to go and meet someone there at the Kapu Center. So maybe you're there at the office and you want to ask help. Where is that person? So how will you do that? Okay, I need some help. Okay, so I need some help. So that is good. Okay, fine. So I'll ask just, you can answer one. And so another thing is like, where somebody says something and you say yeah, so you where you agree with someone, so how what is that you will say? You understood? Okay, somebody says let's do this way, so you say yes, I completely agree. So uh, how will you frame that sentence? Understood is like understanding. Okay, so that's fine. So I'll ask you another one. And okay, so we will leave it. This is slightly bit trickier. This is not that introduction stuff like that. So we will do this one now. Okay, so the first one is like, there are several scenarios here. So the very first one is like, I hope the screen is visible. Slideshow is visible. Yeah, is it visible now, Shakti? It's okay, fantastic. Okay, ready to use phrases. Again, common phrases to end a conversation, right? When you end a conversation, I should have asked this one, Shakti. So the thing is like, so you can say it was nice chatting with you, maybe if it's on the phone and stuff like that, right? Or if it was in person, you can say it was nice meeting you, right? If you really don't feel that it was a good meeting or whatever it is, you don't have to use the courtesies. But when everything has gone down well, so you can definitely say it was nice chatting with you, it was nice meeting you. So this is a tricky one. See, you are having a good conversation with someone, but you have to be in another meeting, right? So how can you not abruptly end something, but you can also use this stuff, which will also be a polite way to communicate. Anyway, I should get going, right? Anyway, I should get going. Maybe the things, the stuff which you wanted to happen has happened, and you want to move on. And it could be really that you have another meeting and stuff like that. So thank you very much for the insightful discussion. Maybe if there was a discussion happening, thank you very much for insightful. Maybe you have a meeting and somebody is assisting you, this is how you should do and all. So you can use this word insightful, right? Very in-depth detail and stuff like that. So common phrases for ask information, right? So do you have any idea when would the train come on this particular platform? So do you have any idea? Or would you happen to know? Could you please assist? Could you please help me? Could you please assist? These are very common ones which we can use. Could you please assist? Right. So these are the stuff where you are asking for some information. And common phrases to ask for information, right? In the sense like, common phrases when you are answering. Actually, it should be that way when you answering. So you can say, I have no idea, no clue which platform the train will come. I have no clue, no idea. Why don't you just walk into the someone who's standing in the uniform, the TT or someone, you ask him, or right? So I have no clue. I'm really not sure, right? I'm really not sure. I've been wondering that too as well. Maybe same platform scenario, right? I've been really wondering. Okay, I can't help you there. So this is where you are not able to help. If somebody is asking for an information and you're not able to, you don't know the information. So definitely you'll not misguide them, right? No, no, the train will come only on this particular platform. Another 5 minutes it should be there, right? So there are a lot of people who do that. I don't know, right? You would have seen that when you ask address, they will guide you precisely as if it's there, but it will be not the correct one. So if we don't know, it's always best we can say no, we don't know. Seek help information or help from other. Okay, common phrases for agreeing, right? When you agree with things. So, so this is where it is. I completely agree with you can be one. I couldn't agree with you more, or I completely agree with you. Couldn't agree with you more, meaning precisely, I agree word by word what you said, or exactly, absolutely, right? So that is what it is. So common phrases for agreeing. Again, I'm not too sure about that, right? I'm not too sure about that. I actually would. So this could be disagree. Common phrases for disagreeing, where you want to disagree with someone, right? I'm not so sure about that, right? I'm not too sure about that. You're saying something, another person is saying, no, no, I'm really not sure about that. I actually would differ on this. I would like to differ because I have a different opinion. I have a different opinion. Not necessarily why you have to do this way, this, right? Not necessarily is something you can start with, right? Where you want to disagree. Okay, common phrases for ask for information or when you thank for somebody's thing, right? So that is what it is. I think this the headings have got a little bit tangled up, right? So which I would rectify. So common phrases to ask for information or when you give that information, right? So that's great. Wow, wonderful, right? Or maybe when you're praising someone, right? Awesome, fantabulous, right? When you're praising someone, common phrases which you can use. That's wonderful, right? Wow, wonderful, awesome, fantabulous, and congratulations. These are the stuffs which we can use. So the objective here is very simple, and so if you saw, we had various scenario. So one was like very common scenario where you interact, where you wish, where you thank and stuff like that, where you seek information and all, right? But there could be thousands or maybe hundreds of scenarios where you can use these handy phrases. So you need to understand what is your go-to phrases in these scenarios. What is that you will use? So everybody meet and greet, everybody say goodbyes and stuff like that, or everybody will have a common maybe space at office where you interact during the cafeteria, during the coffee break, or maybe the lunch break, or maybe there could be other scenarios which is happening during the meeting, or maybe within the internal meeting and stuff like that, or outside as well. So now you can make your go-to handy, ready to use phrases, and these phrases would be something which you can stick with and you can start using it, and this will give you an elegance and a flair when you use this particular language, right? So this was an attempt to bring in this, and Shakti, thank you very much, right? So you got many of them right. Okay, so yeah, so I think every day we are what do you call, going beyond the time, so it is almost like 5 minutes more than this is a 15-minute show. So this will bring to an end of this particular session. So tomorrow we'll come back with another thing, and we will carry on the methods and techniques. We will talk about that, how you can improve or enhance your speaking ability. So thank you. If there are some listeners who are listening from some center, hope so they are doing, and so we will catch up again tomorrow. So bye bye, Shakti. See you tomorrow again. Bye.